Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm Jackie and I create sea glass mosaics, and today I'm going to talk to you about making a lighthouse with your sea glass. So if you remember from one of my previous videos, I told you all about this little lighthouse. As you can see, it's very small. And if you want more details on this one, you can look back at that previous video. But I wanted to show you how you can create something small and then make it into a much bigger piece. So this was my little lighthouse. And I really quite like a lighthouse because lighthouses are a symbol of guidance. So I've created a much bigger lighthouse here, and this is on a 6-pane antique window. And as you can see, it kind of gives you that feeling of looking through the window at the seascape, and you've got the land and the water and the sky, and you have the lighthouse sitting on this piece of land, and then you've got another piece of land jutting out here. And again, I used small white pieces for the lighthouse, and that gives you a really nice textured effect on the lighthouse and makes it look like painted siding. And in this one in particular, I used a really unique yellow piece for the light in the lighthouse. And what else can I tell you about this one? I have two nunchucks right here. One feature of this piece that I really quite like is the pebbles and shells that are all at the base of the lighthouse. It really creates a lot of interest and gives you kind of, it grounds the lighthouse. So I was pleased with that effect. So here's a close-up of the lighthouse where you can see some of the detail in the siding and the white pottery used for the windows and for the top, and all the shells and rocks at the base. And there's that yellow piece that I used for the light, and a blue flag sitting on top. And there's two nunchucks standing on the bank here, and some blue and white pebbles to create some flowers. So overall, the lighthouse is a nice seascape looking out over the water. And also note the swirling in the clouds. So going from small to fairly big, then I created another lighthouse, and I'll show you that one. So then I wanted to go really big with a lighthouse, and I made one on this frame, which is considerably bigger than the last one I showed you. Again, it's a 6-pane antique window. It was a really old window, and it looked like it was in very rough shape, but once I cleaned it up a bit, it revealed all this really pale green paint, and I loved the look of it. So I left the wood as it was. I didn't have to paint it or anything. So with this one, again, it looks like you're looking through the window at the seascape and you can see a lighthouse. And there's quite a few details in this one, and you can almost play a game of I Spy trying to pick out all the different details. Like there's some red pieces and some milk pottery and lots of other white pottery and quite a few interesting blue pieces and some shells and rocks. So there's lots to look at in this piece. And when you get into having a larger piece, you should have lots of interesting details. So I made this lighthouse to look like Peggy's Cove Lighthouse in Nova Scotia. You can see I used some milk glass in the windows and up top. And I did some sailboats in the water. This one has quite a few interesting pieces in it. If you look at the shell and the rocks, and here's one, another small sailboat. And here's another little sailboat with a red piece for the hull. And some interesting detail in the sky. And two nunchucks standing on the bank. So overall, this creates a fairly nice seascape. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them and I'll get back to you on them. And subscribe to my YouTube channel to see all my future videos. And you can check out my website at jackietrimperseaglass.com.